What did your child write in their school assignment that made the teacher call you immediately? I was halfway through lunch at the shop, grease on my hands and a sandwich in the other, when I saw 3 missed calls from the school. I figured Noah forgot his lunch again or got in trouble trading Pokemon cards too aggressively. I wasn't expecting the counselor to greet me with a voice that sounded like someone had died. "Mr. Alvarez," she said, "we need to speak with you about Noah's essay. Today, if possible." I got to the school 30 minutes later and was led to a small room where Mrs. Ramirez and Mr. Dempsey, Noah's teacher, were waiting. They didn't say much, just handed me a paper titled "My Dad's Past Life" and told me to read it carefully. The first line: "Before I was born, my dad was in a gang, but now he runs a garage and only does crimes on the weekends." I choked. On paper, it just got worse. Apparently, I used to ride a motorcycle with skulls painted on the gas tank, always wore a red bandana, and got into knife fights behind dumpsters. One paragraph ended with, "My dad stopped gangbanging when he fell in love with my mom and got her pregnant with me. That's when he became good." I looked up in horror. "I was never in a gang." Mr. Dempsey cleared his throat. "Well, Noah says you once left a man in a dumpster. It's, pretty detailed." And then it hit me. 2 weeks ago, I'd been joking with an old buddy from the neighborhood. We were talking about some dumb high school stunt where we reenacted scenes from a gangster movie behind the corner store. I said something like, "Remember when we fake stabbed each other behind the dumpster to impress that girl from math class?" We thought it was hilarious. Apparently, Noah had been eavesdropping. I explained this. The joke. The movie. The fact that the only gang I've ever been in was a softball league that couldn't win a single game. Mrs. Ramirez still looked skeptical. "We're required to report any mention of criminal activity to the district, just to be safe. So now I'm officially on file as a potential gang affiliate." Fantastic. When I picked Noah up from class, he was beaming. "Did they like my story?" I stared at him. "Kid, they think I was in the mafia." His eyes widened. "But I said you were reformed." That night, we had a long talk about how dad jokes are not research material. I asked him if there was anything else he planned to submit about me. He shrugged. "I was gonna mention that time you and Uncle Ramon stole shopping carts." "Please don't," I muttered. A week later, the principal asked if I'd come in for career day. I almost said no until Noah said, "They think you're like a former hitman. You have to show them you're just a mechanic." So I showed up in my oil-stained coveralls, brought a spark plug and a brake rotor, and gave a passionate speech about engine diagnostics. Noah stood beside me, proudly nodding like I was Tony Stark, just the carburetor version. Mrs. Ramirez shook my hand afterward. "First time we've had a flagged parent present." Mr. Dempsey added, "First time we've Googled a parent just to feel safe." Noah's latest essay? "My dad once grew a sunflower taller than our house." Still dramatic. But at least this time, nobody called the cops, and that was all it took. By third period, someone said the soda ghost only gave drinks to students who had a bad day. By lunch, people were lining up to whisper their struggles to the machine before pressing a button. I failed my math quiz. My dog ran away. My crush said I smell like ketchup. Teachers thought it was a joke, until Mr. Kelly, the chemistry teacher, caught 3 students crying in front of the machine while waiting for their pity sprite. It didn't help that the machine randomly started dispensing cans with no money at all. By Friday, the rumor had turned into full-blown legend. People claimed the ghost was a student who choked on a soda can tab in 1993 and now granted drinks to sad teens. One guy even brought an offering, a peanut butter sandwich in a Ziploc, just to say thanks. The principal finally had the machine removed after it short-circuited and launched a root beer across the cafeteria. But people still talk about the week our soda machine became a therapist. And someone wrote in the yearbook, "Rip Sprite Ghost. You quenched more than our thirst."